Hi fellas, Edge 4006, doing not so much a review, but just a video about different pistols that I have. Two different 1911s. I'm a big fan of 1911, just in case you don't know. Some people are Glock guys. I do own a Glock, and I do own a SIG. I own Smith & Wesson revolver as well. Fan of all those particular pistols, revolvers, and handguns, and rifles. But I just want to go over a couple differences between these two particular pistols that are similar in category as far as design and the differences in the two. I'm not going to go into complete details, but just a pretty good overall description of the two and what I like about them both and what I've done to them both as well, and the differences in the two most of all. So let's get started. Let me show you these guns are safe. Alright, here, let's take a look in here. And again, as you can tell, gun is unloaded. That is the Citadel 1911 FS full size with some upgrades I've done on it. That is a 5-inch barrel on that particular pistol. This one here, let's check here. Side there. Alright, nice feed ramp. This particular pistol is empty. No magazine in the chamber. No magazine in the chamber as well. Or no magazine in the gun chamber, sorry. Either way, you get my point. So these are both been checked as safe. Alright. And let me hold on here. Okay, starting with this pistol. This is, again, like I said, a Citadel 1911 full size 5-inch barrel. This is a government issued 1911 style pistol. Has pretty much all the same things the 1911 standard 1911 has, but there are extras. This gun came with the beaver tail, the combat hammer, or commander hammer, some people call it. Safe. The trigger has this cutout to lighten the weight on it. Some people call it combat trigger. Not sure if that's accurate. What else came with the gun? It came with these sights. These sights are Novak style. I did paint them in to customize them, to line them up so you can acquire, your sights a lot quicker. Definitely made an improvement. Came with serrations, front and rear cocking serrations. The back strap originally on here was plastic. I updated that. This is a Fusion Firearms back strap that I put on here, and mag well. It's lost some of its bluing, the majority of it. But I didn't buy this gun as a display gun or as a case. Again, obviously it's a Philippine-made gun. It's not going to be, a safe queen. No, this is a shooter, carry pistol. I know a lot of people don't think much about carrying a full-size 1911. I do. I like it. I can handle the weight. It doesn't bother me. I did also put this serration front checking serration strap from Wilson Combat. These are VZ grips. These are Operator 2. Black sand, I believe, is the color that I bought on these. I wish I would have bought the ones that were fully magwell covered, so it would cover that little line. In retrospect, yeah, big deal. It doesn't really bother me again because, like I said, this gun's not my thing I'm showing off to everybody. It's my shooter that I'm gonna put some wear and tear all over it, and that's completely normal. See here as well. On this side here, it does have the cutout. I did take the ambidextrous safety off of this pistol. I don't care for it. I'm not left-handed. I'm right-handed. That's not gonna bother me. And the last updates I did was the barrel bushing. I hand fitted that myself. This is a custom barrel bushing, came oversized. I got a Wilson Combat from EGW. Pretty good stuff. I also replaced this guide rod plug, or barrel bushing plug that I replaced. So I did replace all the pins with Wilson Combat on this pistol. All the pins and springs, I do recommend that. The springs, usually from the factory on a lot of pistols, just aren't up to muster in my opinion. I know some people are going to say, I bought a SIG or I bought a Colt, no problems. I understand that, but I like to do it anyway to say it's done. I know it's been done. I have some other stuff I'm going to eventually do, maybe night sights on this pistol down the road, but I want to go over the basic pistol. Now let's go over the next pistol I have here. This is a Para Ordnance P-13. This pistol originally started off as kits for your full-size government pistols with the slides, you would add the receiver to this and make it high capacity, or you'd have it fitted by a gunsmith, of course, to meet the rails to the previous slide. Then they started making their own pistols out of Canada. These are high capacity 1911's. They can come in models. The particular models I'm going to mention are 45 models only. There might be more, but I'm going to mention the main two that you see out there is the P-14, which is 14 rounds plus 1. This is the P-13, 13 rounds in the magazine plus 1. How do you get 13 rounds in there? Well, look at that big boy right there. That is a big old fat cave, you know, where you can put one of these in there. Double stack, staggered magazines. This is a 13 round magazine right there from Para Ordnance. This is a 10 round mag. This is what it originally came with, probably California or Massachusetts set mag that it came with. This pistol is somewhat original and somewhat not. This is the original slide. I had my doubts about the aluminum receiver originally when I first got it, so I did have issues. I thought I was going to end up breaking it, and sure enough I did. I didn't break it shooting, and I break it and doing my own tinkering with it, you know, trying to fit a mainspring housing. And I found out two things. One, you should get the right size, and two, it's trying to shove stuff on an aluminum frame is not a good idea, even when you're trying to fit it. It just did not work out. So I ended up having to send the Para, and I got the receiver replaced with a stainless steel receiver, and it's pretty cool. I like the color. It's, you know, black on the stainless. It's kind of matte stainless. They put it oversized. All this stuff is standard from Para, with the exception of these grips. They did put an oversized ejection port or ejection button for the ejection magazine button. This is all stuff that came with it. The beaver tail commander style hammer, thumb safety on one side, extended thumb safety. This is a slide stop. The only thing I did to it once I got it back were the grips, and I did put this barrel bushing on there and barrel cap that I changed out from the original. This is chamfered. I like the way it looks. It does almost come flush with the barrel. I might have that melted in one of these days. That's another look. I know the slide, the color on the slide doesn't look too good. This is the way Para did it. It was their version of parkerization they did back then. When I sent in the Para, because now it's done in another place here in the United States now. I think in North Carolina, Pineville, I think, North Carolina, where they make them now. They said in the report, like, oh, somebody spray painted this. I go, this is not spray paint. Now I'm spray painting my pistols. This is the way it came originally from Para Ordnance when it was made in Canada. The sights are Trigicon. These are night sights. This is a 4 1/4 inch barrel. This is the commander size pistol. I don't know if people have different names for them, but that's at least in my opinion, the original name is commander size. This is a good carry gun. It's just heavy. It's heavy when you load 13 rounds and you got a full magazine in there. You know, it is a heavy pistol, but it does the job. It's on target. Has a 2-piece full-length guide rod. This thing does shoot great. Shoots a whole lot better than me, and I guess has to do a lot with most shooters out there. But I'm very fond of this pistol. The only reason I got a full-size 1911 is because I've always wanted one of these. This is what I originally grew up wanting, and this is what I bought. This is actually my first gun. I don't recommend anybody learn to shoot on a 45. I did. That explains probably why I'm not that great of a shot. I'm just kidding. I do all right, but nevertheless. This pistol is, I do like them. You hear people complain about them. They have issues with them. I haven't had that many. I mean, not realistically. Not that I would ever think about trading or selling or getting rid of this pistol. I have, you know, it's sentimental value because it's my first gun that I bought, and I'm fond of it. You know, I do like it. I do carry it. I would carry it if need be. Again, Pierce grips with the little grip in the front. Para makes some thin style grips because the grip is kind of beefier compared to standard 1911, so they make them real trim as not to add any more width to the grip. But these work pretty good. This is a plastic mainspring housing. This is the one I tried to replace originally. I just left it on there. I might put a steel, but it's going to add a little more weight to it, and she's already heavy. This receiver, the only thing I'll tell you about it is stainless, and it does get hot. The stainless steel receiver does get hot. I've shot 2 or 3 magazines straight through it. Mind you, a 13-round magazine is not 7 or 8 rounds. But it does get warm, and it doesn't cool off that quick. That's something about the steel they use for this receiver, which I understand is investment cast. even from Para Ordnance, even back in the day. This is also investment cast, but they must be doing something different, or the way it comes together. At least on the receiver, the slide is forged steel, but this one does not get as hot, and that's one of the things I do like about this pistol. Between the two, really, what you're getting is, as you're stepping up to, is, firepower as far as more bullets. You have your standard magazine, 8 shots. I tested them out this past weekend. This gun shoots great. So I got it back from Citadel. Did not have any failures to feed, any problems with it, outside of me being cheap, but not wanting to spend too much ammo, because ammo is not easy to get just yet. It's coming around, but it's not just there completely. This one here, again, as well. Back when 45 was $33 for 100 rounds, I used to buy 200 rounds and fill these magazines up, go to town. I got 7 magazines for this pistol, and that's what you're getting again, is more bullets in the pistol, more weight, though it's also going with that. 13 rounds, 10 rounds. I have 13 round magazine inside of it right now. Like I said, they're both great pistols. It's just the difference of what you want to do. This gun is heavier than this gun. Their weight is kind of split up different. This one's a lot more heavier towards the rear of the gun. This one feels a little more heavier towards the nose. But that's just the design features of the two. If you're in 1911's, I do recommend you try both. If you can, rent one at a range, have some fun with it, shoot it, see if it's for you. I've heard of people shoot 1911's, they just didn't like them. And I can't see me feeling ever like that, but I can see how some people do, because that's why you get the people that are really hard, die-hard Glock boys, or they call them, fanboys. And I like Glock too, I own one. This pistol here is more traditional, and you get your what they call traditional 1911 guys that won't even have anything to do with these hybrid, or not necessarily hybrid, but high capacity 1911s. They don't want anything to do with them. They're just like, it's not the way the gun is designed. I don't want that. It's not reliable, because it's not the way John Moses Brown decided. It's not the way he designed the pistol. This is more traditional design, but then there are add-ons as well. So that whole traditional thing goes both ways. I like them both. When you're talking about prices, they differ. This is a gun you can buy anywhere from around $550, $600 on eBay, on Gunbroker or Guns America. I picked this one up for about $469, with transferring ended up being about $530, and then the add-ons and everything added up to, I probably hit around here, a little close to $700. Next pistol I do buy is probably be a Sig Sauer. If I do buy another 1911, it's probably be a Sig, because I'm not going to buy one at $700 unless I get a really great deal. But if I can get in around $800, maybe $900 from some of the features I see they offer, that's a hell of a pistol. And I haven't heard anybody really complain about them. Very few people. This pistol they don't sell anymore. You would have to definitely buy it secondhand. You're looking probably $600. Some people are collecting them, so they're going up. I wouldn't sell mine, but I've seen them as high as $850, maybe even $900. It just depends. They remade this pistol in a different version now. They do sell it, but it's a different. They're calling it something different, and it looks different too. It's cool looking in my opinion, but I've heard of people having reservations about the newer Para Ordnance versus the previous ones that are made in Canada. It goes both ways, like I said. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap this up. I just wanted to go over 2 different pistols. Same ideology, I guess. The way they're, the background from where they came from. But they're different because of the options that are available on them, and I wanted to bring that up. I don't know if too many people made videos on these particular kind of pistols and the differences in the two. I didn't go into great details, but any of you guys have been, know your stuff about 1911s, and you don't need a whole lot of explaining here. All right, guys, that's 4.6. I'll wrap it up. Fight the good fight, man, and keep your groups tight.